Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm really happy to look out into the audience and see all of you who managed to make it here tonight. Seeing you gives me hope for our nation because I know that there are a lot of you who do care about what's going on and who care about our freedoms that are being stripped away all in the name of national security. I know it wasn't easy for any of you to be here this evening, as we never know until the last minute where our venues will be to conduct these little underground lectures. Now, there are a lot of people out there who don't want us giving these lectures. They don't want us questioning the government's policies and their efforts to squash the rights and freedoms of Americans. They say we're unpatriotic and treasonous to question what's going on, about why we're being lied to, and why it's now wrong to desire the freedoms that our fathers fought so bravely and died for. Well, I say that our day is coming when we'll seize back the control of our country from the thieves and crooks who have taken it for their own material gains. Our time will come again. Tonight I intend to talk about the New World Order and its connections to the current state of affairs in the United States and how it will affect the rest of the world. Also, I intend to discuss UFOs and their connections to the secret government. I received a lot of letters over the last couple of years asking my opinion about the current administration in Washington and their possible connection to the New World Order. You know, the neoconservatives who now run the United States are in no way related to the old conservative movement of less taxes and no big government. The neoconservatives and their partners, the religious right, have been completely taken over by the New World Order. Their mission: to use the military might of the United States to dominate the world. This in turn will break the U.S. economy as more and more money is spent on military expansionism. Now, the citizens of the United States will be forced to live in constant fear as government operatives, disguised as foreign terrorists, conduct terrorist operations throughout the country. The conservative administration will declare martial law and abolish all political parties, except for the conservatives. It's happening right now. Just listen to talk radio or read some of the books being released by the conservative mouthpieces. Most glorify the ultra-right movement and denounce the Democrats as treasonous. One author even writes that the Democrats should be taken out and shot. The neoconservatives are telling us exactly what they intend to do to our country and our freedoms. They want to make it so that there is only one legal political party, theirs. The rest, the Democrats, Libertarians, the Greens, any others, will be illegal and treasonous. Well, so much for democracy. Religion as we know it in the United States will also be under attack. The neoconservatives and the religious right want to establish a government-approved religion that all citizens will be forced to belong. All the churches, Catholic, Methodist, Jewish, Muslim, will be declared illegal and treasonous. Religion is the opiate of the masses. Now, I want to make it perfectly clear that at this point, it doesn't matter who is in the White House, Democrat or Republican. They're all under control of the secret government. The current president is a perfect example of a puppet leader. He's controlled from behind the scenes. Bush was deliberately picked to be president because he is slow and easily manipulated. He even thinks that he's making all the decisions. But in reality, he's a puppet on strings. Someone else does his thinking for him. If Bush should ever start to try to think for himself, well, that's what happened to Clinton when he tried to break free of his strings. The secret government knows how to take care of uppity political leaders. Everyone has their weaknesses that can be exploited. With Clinton, it was chubby interns. With Bush, it could be alcohol or cocaine, or both. However, Bush was specifically chosen because of his lack of intelligence and initiative. He's the perfect New World Order leader. They say jump, and Bush asks how high. You know, for years we worried that the New World Order was using the UN to infiltrate the world. But now we know that they have been amongst us all along in the big corporations, especially big oil. They have used their rich, elitist families to gain foothold in the government. And now that they have their tentacles in every major government, intelligence, and military position in this country, they have started their push for global dominance. Iraq is just the beginning. If you think the economy is bad now, just wait. Soon, all available money will be going to feed the monster that will become the global military police force. If you thought the Great Depression of the 1930s was bad, well, you ain't seen nothing yet. We are seeing the beginning right now. Are you better off now than you were during the last administration? Where did all the jobs go? Where did our balanced budget go? Where did our sons and daughters go when they died in Iraq? Where did our freedoms go? The secret government manipulates our political system to retain ultimate control of all citizens. Another method to exert control of the population, and developed as early as the 1930s, is mass mind control. The topic of mind control is elaborate and multi-layered. For the casual reader, it can quickly become numbing, overwhelming the senses and creating a desire to exit the topic. But avoiding this subject is the most foolish thing you could possibly do, since your only chance of surviving this hideous and insidious enslavement agenda, which today threatens virtually all of humanity, is to understand how it functions and to take steps to reduce your chances of being influenced. The plan to create a mind-controlled workers' society has been in place for a long time. The current technology grew out of experiments that the Nazis started before World War II and intensified during the time of the Nazi occupation camps, when an unlimited supply of children and adults were available for experimentation.